We got a new warehouse. Some of you may have seen it in my Snapchat, but I've not really shown it to you. This video, I'm going to show you exactly all the ins and outs of the new place. By the end of it, you're going to know exactly what's going on at the Dale warehouse. This is Daddy's favorite Defender, the Lone Star. And I think we're going to give it away. Should we give it away?
Feet buggy.
I think I'm going to give this away. It's 4-door, got AC. Safety first. Rule number 7. Let's look at this warehouse. The Dale Warehouse. You're going to see some fire extinguishers scattered throughout because my dad was a fireman. This is our booth truck. We keep it behind closed doors, covered, and with the alarm set because that's what we take to the booths. I'm sure you gathered that by booth truck. First thing I do when I come in here, bring it in close, Ty. First thing I do when I come in here, usually pretty early in the morning, is shoot my bow. I bow hunt because my dad used to bow hunt. Cam Haynes got me this bow. Man, what's with the corrugated tin? Well, this is the original Dale Warehouse. And what I'm standing in right now is the add-on. I'll tell you why we added on in a second. Listen, let's see if I can get this shot in my new bow range. Come around here behind my back. Woo, son, that looks like I got it. A smidge to the left. Should have had more of that Mountain Ops Ignite. I'd like to thank Mountain Ops for sending us on this hunt. Going on an elk hunt thanks to Mountain Ops. This is the new hydrate flavor that I love, and I can't tell you what it is. They've got 4 awesome flavors. This is number 5. Use code Kevin. I come in here in the mornings. I shoot an arrow or 2 as something's heating up. Let me show you. As I show you this place, I'm gonna bounce around. I said the first thing I do is shoot my bow. It's actually the second thing. The first thing that I do is I come in here and I turn on this sauna. I want it to get nice and warm, nice and toasty. Now it's on. It's gonna get up to 200 degrees, and it's got time to do that because I turn it on, I shoot my bow, I get in the ice bath, I work out, then I come get in the sauna. So usually it's pretty steamy hot, 200 degrees. They say it's good for heart health, and I need that because my dad died of a heart attack. Let me show you the ice bath. Is it time that I tell y'all why? No, all right, I'm not gonna tell you why yet, why we built this, but there's 2 rooms here for a reason. This room is not only the laundry room, but also the ice bath, the cold plunge room. Maybe at the end of the video, I can jump in here.
Yeah, you can jump in there.
Should we do a contest? It's 39 degrees. Let's get in there at the same time, together.
So we can share warmth?
No.
Donnie likes cold plunge. We'll get Donnie.
So do you. You've stayed in this thing for several minutes.
It's been a minute.
So yeah, the laundry room. These are the geese. So let me show you. Look at my gi. Went hard in the paint. That sucker has seen some better days. No, I've not been doing jiu-jitsu so long that I wore it down and it ripped. It was used when I got it. I'm very white. My belt is very white. I too am very white, but my belt is what I'm in. Come on in here. Let me show you what we do with the geese. As I'm showing you the mats, I'm sure you've noticed our mural. Oh, son. Guess what time it is? Rodeo time. Rodeo time, old son, if you want to read it backwards. Drew Merritt. He started with graffiti. Then he went honest. Regardless, paints murals everywhere. He's painted murals for like rappers and celebrities, like Dale Brisby. So he's done a few for me, and then he's done a couple of me in other places. He did Cole and Ryder Wright picking up. He did me getting chased by some Native Americans. Regardless, super cool in here. This is where we do jiu-jitsu. There's 4 of us men in the warehouse that do jiu-jitsu. All the other boys don't. Ty, are you one of those men?
Formerly. Pretty serious injury.
Ooh, I fractured my hip. I can't do jiu-jitsu. Well, guess what? You had surgery. What are you going to do now that you're healed?
Come back.
So, turn on the sauna, shoot my bow, come over here, work out. Every day is chest day. Sometimes I'll do some biceps. Don't even look at the squat rack. I don't know who was doing squats this morning, but they need to put that back on bench. Do some abs, back. That was my dead-eye target. Don't worry. You got to have a cable machine for the chest. The original warehouse was, first it was an auction gallery, then an oil and gas company owned it for supplies, and then a church owned it and they used it for youth groups. A bunch of kids graduated, numbers dwindled down. I bought it from the church. But when it was for the oil field, they had all these pipe racks in here, and I was like, hey, I love doing chin-ups. Can you use this pipe rack and make me a really stout chin-up bar? Because this sucks to do chin-ups on. Pull-ups, I don't do a lot of chin-ups. For all you avid pull-uppers, don't you think that like a stout pull-up bar makes it more enjoyable to do a pull-up? I can't even do it. No, I'm just kidding. How many you want me to do, Ty?
I'll cut it in later. How many do you want to do? Last one might have been a half.
I shouldn't have stopped.
50.
A lot of people will be like, ooh, stop swinging, go all the way down. Buzz off. Gotta have a row machine. The recumbent bike was after my back surgeries. It crapped out on me. Treadmill. I got a treadmill. Now,
Catch your breath.
it's caught. 4 interns. Now, when the interns come in here, yes, there are JB Moonies of the world that don't work out. JB was going to play days when he was a kid. JB was doing all the things. A lot of these guys were riding since they were little. When you come into this program at 22, you've never been on anything, I want you to show me that you are sold out. If you want to apply to be an intern, text it down here. Text the word intern to 940-353-0890. If you are not serious about bull riding, bronc riding, bareback riding, if you're not that interested, don't waste my time. But if you are, you're going to spend time in this area. This is the spot where you're spending the most time. I'm out of breath. This is a stationary barrel, obviously, for bull riders. Ty gets on that and drive up, work on those leg muscles. Spur board that you can put a saddle on. Spur board without D-rings so that you can just ride it with no saddle. Jacob's Crawley taught us that. Those 2 bronc saddles in the back are mine. I think that one's Donnie's. This is a buckride. It's like one of the only things that JB does. He stands on a ball and then he gets on his buckride. This is a link weaver. The sides of it are off. We're going to take a link out of this chain. Bronc riding, bull riding, bronc riding, and can also be bareback riding. But the point is, you live over here. These are punching bags for you, because as roughies, we can't practice as much real runs like timies can, because the stakes are so much higher. It takes more people, etc. Ooh, we forgot. This is another thing that stays locked up. Factory Fab in Hayden, Idaho, they fixed it up for me. They restored it. That's what it's called when you get a vehicle done like that. 32-inch Mickey Thompsons, do you remember? Or
35s.
Are they 35s? 35s. Rhino lining on the floor. Get in here nice and deep back and show them that shifter.
What is that?
Oh, so this is I meant this shifter. This is the four-wheel drive shifter. That's a nutsack off of a bull my dad and I castrated. This shifter here, my dad got for me. It's he built it for, it's my birthday. It's kind of like a bull hauler. My dad used to drive big rigs. This truck means a lot to me. Also because my dad drove this truck. My dad had a brother that was a bodybuilder. His name was Corey. And these are some of his dumbbells. Look at that. Isn't that like old school looking? I don't know. It feels like 60, 70 pounds. This one too. This is the smaller one. This one's probably 45 pounds or so.
It's Donnie's.
This is what JB does. See, I can stand here all day too. So yeah, I like the, we've also got the stall mats. So this is why we built this. See this? 220. Not a 110. It's got a box with no plug on it. We were gonna put something back here that required a lot of electricity. Have you guessed below in the comments what it is? Why did we build this huge warehouse? What were we gonna do? Some of you OG fans, if you've been really paying attention the last couple of years, you will know what we were gonna do. I'm not gonna answer that question. I'm about to tell you, but that electricity box has something to do with it. The mirrors. Those are for Ty. Curls for the girls, baby. All right, before I tell you why we built this, is there something else I need to show them?
My favorite part.
Oh, yeah. Me and Ty, we love basketball, don't we?
That's right.
That's why when you went to see LeBron play, you've invited me, didn't you?
You were second.
Joe Rogan said, Dale, we'd love to have you. Guess who I took with me? Ty. Kid Rock said, hey, come hang out at my house. Guess who I took with me? Ty. Ty and I are the only ones that like basketball. Guess who he took with him to see LeBron play? Carson. He didn't even know anybody on the teams.
You stuck me in a house with him. If I lived with you, I would have invited you.
That's what it takes?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the basketball goal. So, yeah, we put that in there. The short one's obviously for Donnie. Oh, yeah, the motorcycle. That was my dad's motorcycle. No, not really. That's Cole's. I've been asking him to get it out of here. It's a piece of junk. Okay, I think it's time to tell him. Why do we have the 2 rooms? What's with the electricity? Why did we build this entire building? Should I tell him now? I'm not going to tell him. Let me show him the media room. I'm going to show you the media room and the original Dale warehouse, and then I'll circle back and I'll tell you why we built this. Before I do that, let me show you the kitchen. What a break room, Dale. You know why we have the water there? Because my dad used to make a joke, said, $1 a day and all the water you can drink. Except some of you guys fill up like 5-gallon buckets and like you're trying to get like your 128 ounces per day in. And so when those 6 jugs run out for the month, like I'm probably not gonna get any more. So it's not necessarily all the water you can drink, but hey, all of that water you can drink, I'll give you tap water.
After the bull water advisory lets up.
Hey, they cleared that. This pig was running at me when I shot him with a 92 FS Beretta 9mm. 3 shots. Gave him his 3rd one right there. Guess what I yelled afterwards whenever he's dead at my feet?
What?
Is there no one else?
Is there no one else?
So this is the media room. It's where we do the podcast. This is where it goes down. Our most recent podcast, hopefully you saw, Mr. Rob O'Neill wrote the book, The Operator, firing the shots that killed Osama bin Laden. Also wrote The Way Forward. My one picture of, you guys know who that is? Zoom in. I'll give you a hint. 3-time world champion bareback rider. That's Willow. He's at the American, sitting in a locker room with JB Mooney, smoking cigarettes, real cigarettes. Just had this whole place remodeled. This is Donnie. Been here a long time. Donnie. This is Jordan. Been here a second most long time. Look out for this video. Which one of these is the hottest?
They all look like they hurt.
JB says this one. So this is the media room. These 2 offices in here through that door, that's my office. In there is it's kind of like the B team media room, right?
That's right.
Let me show you all the B team. Donnie says y'all are the B team media team. That's why y'all are in here.
I feel like we probably are the B team. I don't want to speak for Jacob, but I definitely feel like the B team.
This is the original, the main warehouse. We've got Lacey. She's holding down the fort. You've got t-shirts and hoodies, caps over here, a booth ready to go out. These shirts in the middle, those are going to Boot Barn. So if you're at a Boot Barn nearby or a Cavender's, one of those 2, find us in either one of those stores. This is some new stuff. Can't show you all that. Hey. But this is another new thing that nobody has seen, not even in Dale Brisby's morning Snapchats. This is the old kitchen. Used to be like a little bar here. Well, a little history first. Because originally, this whole place, like I said, was an auction house. So they would sell things out here. Those windows over there are where you would get your buyer number. This was the concession stand. And then this was the restrooms, obviously. This is the new media storage room. I'm really excited to have somewhere clean and a lot of places to charge batteries. That's, if you're a media person like I am, and you have your own media storage room to store cameras, that's exciting. We'll get that shut. Huh?
You're not going to mention your very humble mural back here?
Oh yeah, show them one of the murals that Drew did. Here, come on out. Let's show them the Airbnb. I think we've got people staying in this today. It'd be funny if they showed up in the middle of our tour. They're already in here. I'm just kidding. This was just a storage building for us it was nothing. And I was like, man, this is not a good use of space. So we remodeled it, and the walls are super thick with these brick. We spray foamed the ceiling. We brought in this little kitchenette island. It's two full-size beds, a twin, a couch that I believe folds out, and then a futon, so it can sleep like 6 people. 6 or 7. No, not 67. This is my favorite part. Very similar to the bathroom in the new warehouse. I forgot to show y'all the bathroom because it's my favorite part of the new warehouse. Anyhow, my dad always wanted a good tile bathroom, so now I got it. Yeah, super cool Airbnb. It's on the website Airbnb, and we are located in the town. The warehouse is located in the town of Newcastle. Radiator Ranch is in Winnebago. So Newcastle, Texas, that is. So if you want to come visit the warehouse, Lisa manages she is a super host, I'll have you know. She'll let you know, hey, if we come to the Airbnb October 5 and 6, will Dale be there? That's a good hack to meet Dale Brisby, see the Dale warehouse. A lot of people go to Fort Worth, to the stockyards, and then they'll maybe go to the 4-6s. Well, this is between those two. I forgot to show you guys my favorite part of the new warehouse, which is the bathroom back here. So, steam room. Did you hear it? The steam cuts on. It's up to about 120 degrees. But as you can see, we've got the PF brand there that shows proves that it's ours, Radiator Ranch. And now for the real reason we built this add-on. Oh, before I show them that, do you want to tell them why interns are no longer allowed to use that bathroom and only Dale can?
Somebody that works here shaved
their face?
Yeah. That should be specified, and they shaved their face. Yes, their face.
Hair everywhere.
And they had a very hairy face at the time.
There was then a new rule put in place.
Panic kind of ensued, but once the story came out, I think
we realized it was his face. It's like, hey,
could have happened to anyone.
Foul. By then the rule was already made, so now it's Dale's private sanctuary. I gotta get something to drink. Would you like a ranch fuel?
I sure would.
I got a lot of orange cream, so there you go.
Gracias.
Use code DALE for 15% off on rangefuel.com. I've already had one, so I'm just gonna get some water. Look at this fancy can. So the real reason we built this add-on was about 2 years ago, I decided I was going to print my own shirts. I love what I do in the warehouse. Making videos and ranching and rodeoing content around that is like my passion. So I began to think, man, I love running this company and hiring people. What if we just printed our own shirts? And I called a salesman of a t-shirt printing machine, and guess what she said? She thought it was a great idea. Dale, you are the perfect candidate to buy one of these machines. Sign me up. Got the machine here and realized there was not enough room to run this machine. We were printing shirts and doing everything else up there. And so we started construction on this part of the warehouse. The machine was going to be in this corner, and essentially like a blank shirt. We still have some. Show them the blank shirts. Those blank shirts would start where the sauna is. So they come in, they're right there. They get printed, they go through a dryer, and then they go to the front of the warehouse. It was all so perfect, we thought. And by the time they finished this, we were like, man, we hate printing shirts. We love making videos about shirts. Let's just make more videos to sell more shirts to make up for the margin. Let the printers print. Printers be printing. Dale Brisby ain't a printer. I am a cowboy. I'm a bull rider. I'm a rancher. Now, I got this really cool gym where I can store my first gym. All the interns get to work out. Daddy takes an ice bath in the morning to get his day started, shoot my bow, and it's really expensive. And I took a big haircut on that machine. It'll go down as my most expensive mistake I've ever, second most. I don't want to talk about number one.
Divorce.
Donnie's mom cleaned me out. So that's why we built this back here. Thanks for joining us on this tour. If you found it interesting and you want me to tour maybe the ranch, tack room, just let me know, old son. I'm Dale Brisby, and if you don't watch one of these 2 videos, then you ain't no cowboy. Go to rodeotime.com.